guys, and welcome to the Fish Room. I'm Rachel O'Leary, and it's time for a Tuesday tip. Because I had a brain fart and released my Tuesday tip on Sunday, I am going to show you guys a quick update on my Shellie tank. I know a lot of you are really interested in them, and I happen to really enjoy them as well. So let's just take a closer look, and I'll tell you a few of the things that I've learned about them in recent months. So if you guys remember correctly, I started out with these guys in a 10-gallon. And while they're really small in stature, one of the things I've learned is that they're still cichlids. And while they physically fit in a 10-gallon, I was having issues with them sort of beating the crap out of each other. And they were getting a lot of erosion to their fins from nipping, which is the main reason I upgraded them to this 75-gallon. Now, I know that seems excessive, but since I've done that, all of them look absolutely perfect and are just behaving so much more outgoing. I mean, it used to be I had to sit and wait in front of their tank for 10 minutes, or that might be an exaggeration, for a few minutes at least before they would even venture out of their shells. And now they are just all over and visible all the time. They're eating better, and because of the larger volume, it's a lot easier to maintain this aquarium. And the parameters stay really consistent. And you can see that they are excavating all over the place and moving sand. I've already pulled about 20 fry from this tank. And what I do is, as soon as I see fry inhabiting a shell, I pull the shell and move it into a growout tank. And the growout tank has a bunch of PVC elbows, and I'll show you that in a minute. And I do that because if you've ever worked with Shellies, you know how hard it is to catch them from their shell. They will literally stay inside the shell, out of water, and they're a pain in the butt. Now, some people have said that they're afraid of heights, and if you elevate the shell, they'll jump out of it back into the water, but that just really hasn't been my experience. So my preference is to just move the shell to a tank full of PVC elbows, and then when they set up their own little territories in the elbows, I can easily pour them out of those. I mean, these guys have been super fun, literally eating anything. Now, in this tank as well, I had added those Sardines Cichlids. There's a female. Well, the male disappeared, and I have to tell you, my experience with these fish is not super positive. I almost never see them. All they do is hide in the rocks. I've tried putting various power heads and things like that, and they're just really not very visible in this tank. I'm pretty disappointed. I'm not sure if I should change up the decor so it's more of a ledge near the surface to encourage them to be up there, or if I should add another fish that inhabits the top water. You can see that male's really stunning though. In order to draw them out, I'm actually considering adding some of those mystery fish in here because they're so outgoing and utilize that top water, because as you can see, for the most part, other than down above those shells, this tank looks pretty empty, and this is a lot of real estate. I only ever see these two Cyprichromis, and while they look fantastic and they're eating, there's 6 more in there that I never see. I'm really bummed because they're gorgeous. It would be nice to see them. You can see there's a couple little bachelor male Shellies that prefer to stay over here in all the rocks. There's another one that's usually over here somewhere. Yeah, this guy likes to hang out over here. And they've just sort of set up their own little spots away from the rest of the colony. These guys are always right there and inside the rocks. And I also added a group of Sardines Cichlids in here. They're still really tiny. I added 6 of them, and I don't see a whole lot of them yet, but they're a pretty neat little catfish. You know, I was really trying to do a biotope style stocking with this aquarium, but the Sardines Cichlids are making me want to change my mind just so I have some activity. But who knows, maybe they'll become more outgoing as they settle in even more. I mean, it's only been a little bit. You can see that male really is quite beautiful though. But yeah, so this is the Shellie tank. As you can see, everything looks really good. I'll show you the little grow out tank I have for the young ones. So this is the little Shellie grow out. Let's see if we can find any. It's really, yeah, there's one back there. There's maybe 6 left in here that are for a guy that was really interested in keeping them. And as you can see, it's just a bunch of PVC elbows. They utilize these the exact same way as the shells, but they're just much easier to get them out of. So this works out really well for me for when I'm ready to sell these guys. You know, otherwise it is a nightmare, laborious, and takes forever to catch Shellies. And this is also why you'll see them come on and off my list, because I really can only sell them when I can catch them easily. So as soon as I see a shell full of babies in the big tank, I'll move it over here. Once they leave the shell, I'll pull that shell, and then they'll just use these elbows. And as you can see, they really do like them the same way. Now this is a 10-gallon tank. You can see that these guys are not nearly as outgoing as they are in the bigger tank. This tank also doesn't have very much decor because, or doesn't have any substrate or anything like that, because I try and keep it super clean. I feed my grow out tank pretty heavily because I want these guys to get to size so that I can sell them quickly. You guys have been clamoring for them, but all in all, you know, just a simple tank. It's got some little bulbitis, a sponge filter, and these elbows. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of seeing my Shellie grow out. I wanted to remind you guys that the Big Fish Deal 5 is coming up really soon in Gaithersburg, Maryland. If you are anywhere near there and want to attend a fish convention, this is really the one to attend. It is super fun. The King of DIY is going to be doing a live tank build as well as doing a lecture. Shane Linder from Planet Catfish is going to be lecturing. And Larry Johnson is going to be lecturing on Malawi cichlids. It's a super fun time. It's really affordable. Only about $35 for registration for the entire weekend. There will be an Aquarium Beautiful contest, which means the entire lobby of the hotel will be full of beautiful aquariums in all different sizes and styles. We also have a rare fish auction on Saturday night. Lots and lots and lots of raffles. And on Sunday, myself along with 30 other people will have tables set up in order to sell all types of aquarium goods and fish. It is really a super fun time. We do hospitality every night. Everyone hangs out. It's very social. So I would encourage you to get your registrations in soon if you can. And if you can stay the night in the hotel, it's really worth it to get to hang out with everybody. Again, it's the Big Fish Deal 5. I'll put a link to the event below. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure you stop by my Instagram, my Facebook, and my website, MsJinx.com. Let me know below if you have any comments or suggestions.